the bar, I'm too persistent. With income and no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag. Yo, people, what we telling them is your boy Njies, my line Gyal or MLC Gyal in the building. Right now, we've got my top 10 favorite tracks of May 2022. You know what I'm saying? We're back in at the building. I'm feeling good right now, blood. Who doesn't feel good knowing that they're going to be listening to just banging tracks, fam? You know what I'm saying? Their favorite tracks of the month and them thing there. Waste no time. Oh! Subscribe to the channel. This is second, third, fourth, sixth time here. You might as well subscribe because you're obviously enjoying the content. And let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? First track. No limits. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, who is that sample, bro? Yo, this guy just went into the depths of funk, of like people like James Brown and them thing there, and just dug out the braziest sample, blood. Are you man hearing what I'm hearing right now, bro? Nah. The levels of artistry is ridiculous. Aitch, I'm gonna need you to do a braziness right here.
Headie, pull up in the G-class when I'm on the East Day. Are you gonna see it right when you got
He's gone.
Young Aitch, pull up in the G-class when I'm on the East Day. All you gonna see is raps when you got some cheesecake. So my brothers T-rap, see you through the T8. Don Perry in the glass, we don't do no.
When we're talking about black funk music, when we're talking about soul, people like James Brown, the pioneers of why hip-hop is where it is right now, fam. If we're talking about the core of break dancing, body popping, all of them things there, one of the most integral sounds is in the depth of this beat right here, fam. I don't think you man understand. I don't think you man understand. Oh my days. He's done a mazzoline. Now, I can't even lie to you, I was even thinking if I should even put this in here because I cannot react to this guy whatsoever. Now, you might already know I created the block list reaction, you know what I mean, where I basically use this format right here. So I put myself in this little screen, I put the video there so that basically the video is what gets blocked. Normally when a video gets blocked and you guys can't see it, it's normally the video that causes that. So what you do is you make the image smaller so that it can pass through the algorithm and you guys can get more content. Now, I've not been able to react to Abracadabra, Headie one, using that format right there. I've been able to react to so much more artists, man. This has been a blessing, I can't even lie to you. But for Clavish, some reason, whether I'm reacting to his video or just audio, the track doesn't want to go through whatsoever. I don't know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You don't fuck with me. I guess it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I support Clavish either way, fam, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking, should I even put this in here? But I got to put this in here because it's one of the coldest tracks, 1000%, fam. The wordplay, the way he was playing on Greece, all of them thing there, fam. Santorini, like, listen, man, absolutely cold track. I ain't even gonna really waste your man's time. Just go listen to it, fam. Cold track. But that's why I'm literally not playing any of it because I can't. The video is gonna get blocked, you know what I mean? On to the next. Now, right here, we've got one of the cruddiest and one of the coldest in this drill thing. Now, the first time I heard this guy was in a track called Drill Be Drilled. I was in the whip with all my cousins and them thing there. One of my cousins he basically plugged his phone into the aux and he was in control of the music and he played this track right here. Ever since then, this guy has been on my radar, fam, and I can't even lie to you, he's one of the coldest. When we're talking about flows in drill, no one's duplicating what this guy does, and he has so many different technical flows, it's ridiculous. You know, you have certain man that they have a flow so cold they can use it again and again and again. This guy has a multitude of cold flows, and the other day I put him in my top 10 on drill. I can't even lie to you, I had to. After this song right here, I had to put him in my top 10 of drill. Visuals as well, superstar settings, fam. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this one.
22 man don't count booters and chefins unless it's turning man corpse. Pepper down beef man, brutalize them man's used to knife and see them on sight, them man's used to boring. Man put my all in, more time when I get round there, I'm scoring on damn big.
Listen, blood, I'm the first person to tell you I was never about that life, fam. My mom took me to Gambia, blood, from 2006 to 2014, fam. I was living in Africa, climbing trees, fam, eating mangoes and them thing there, living my best life. I would be the first person to tell you I'm not about that road life, fam. I know better, fam. You know what I'm saying? Certain people are built for certain things. People just put themselves, especially nowadays, people putting themselves in dumb situations that they're not capable of handling, fam. You man are idiot. Anyway, fam. I'm the first person to say that I ain't about all of that, you know what I'm saying? In terms of me, myself, going out in the street, and you know what I'm saying? But in terms of man, them going out there, coming on the track, talking about the aftermath and them thing there, once you disrespecting the dead, that's why I kind of like draw the line. When you just genuinely just talking about the tech talk, the nank talk and them thing, that what is, this is, that is, gun bars on, I'm here for it, blood. I'm here for the crud at the end of the day, blood. I'm here for the crud. And this guy right here, when it comes to just I don't even just breaking down violence, blood. Just making violence an artistry. He's one of the coldest at it, fam. I can't even lie to you. Shout out Horrid one 10 times, fam. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the coldest at it, fam. And the flows that I'm chatting about, bro. Listen to this right here.
He got Ching, who done it, I done it, man. Rolls my gun, why he running? Come back, I won't bun him with a Rambo knife, man. Cut him, man, gut him, try to slide to my block here. We ain't drumming, that's bear gun busting.
That right there was light. That right there was light. That right there was light. Every single track he's been on, yeah? Ever since.
My black bay just touched my skin, only 2 inches. Fuck that, put the whole 9 king, take the nank back up, put the nank back in. And if I get baggered, that pat bank it. Get chinged in the cell or I land in ching, just caught, grab the shank nank.
He's too cold. He's too cold. No one's doing this, man. And for that reason, that's why I had to put him in my top 10. Without a doubt, that's why I have to put him in my top 10, blood. You know what I'm saying? The guy is too cold. He'd be tapping into these mad matrix flows, blood. Getting in between the lines of the beat and just doing an absolute mazzoline. I'm like, bruv, how? And the fact that he does it in every single track, it's not like he did it once and now it's over and then he did it again and that, you know what I'm saying? It's not a periodic thing, it's a consistent thing. And once you do something consistently, blood, all I can do is applaud it, fam, you know what I'm saying? And that's why Horrid won seconds in there, fam, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into the next one, man. Now, if we were to do top 10 favorite tracks of May 2022 and you didn't think this guy wasn't going to be in here, then I can't lie, you're an idiot. The guy just dropped one of the best albums of the year, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do a top 5 of him as well. You man just wait on it. I don't know if I'm going to drop this first or the top 5 first, but I'm going to do a top 5 on him. This one had to be here. And the reason why this one's here, it's like, this was in like a part of the album where, first of all, you listen to the album, you're like, okay, this guy always elevates with an album in terms of the beats, percussion, all of them thing there, instrumentals that he was using, instruments in the background that I'm hearing, blood. You know what I'm saying? The way he's correlating with the beat and them thing there, in terms of the way how he uses his voice, fam, he always elevates within an album, blood. You know what I'm saying? You always see progress with him. It's never stagnant, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can say. And it's like he was going hella hard, dropping what do you call it, banger track after banger track after banger track, and then this track came on and it's just like it was different from all the rest in terms of how he used his voice and also the fun he was having. This is like one of them tunes like you were in the studio, you just made 10 tunes, you're absolutely feeling yourself, you're like, you know what, just put on a random beat, blood, let me just do my thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm creating this right here, blood, and this is why this one's in here, fam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out this person, blood. Listen, you're a problem, fam. One of the greatest in the world. I can't even lie to you. Listen to this. Listen.
Yeah. Hunch. In the UK, I'm in Bottega. Hit the daily, then Bottega. Smoking Zaza, this for players. They buy Rusty's, I bought stainless. Got the AP and the stainless. One for casual, one for haters.
Okay. Listen, man. Listen. When I heard that, blood, I'm like, nah, this guy's absolutely cold. Because if you notice in the album, you already know that Huncho kind of has a sound that no one else can replicate. He's created his own sound. As I always say, the certain man that I just bunched together because they all sound the same. Huncho's one of them guys that's just standing in his own section, alone, blood. VIP thing, fam, just locked off, cornered off and them thing there. No one's allowed to go around them sides because no one can do what he's able to do, fam. But there was a few songs in here where he was actually like properly singing, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know, I don't know, the way his melodic thing, as I said, is different. He's not just singing. He's like, I don't even know how to explain it. That's how majestic, just tranquility. That's how majestic his sound is, fam. You know what I'm saying? But he was, for example, the track with Young Blue right there, he was more so singing, fam. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really the trap wavy type of Huncho that we're used to. He was more so like singing. And then I heard this and I'm like, this is absolutely cold. Man's kind of whispering, but it's not really whispering. Man's got a jumpy thing in there, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them like tracks. It's 1:52. That's what I'm saying, blood. That's why it was so perfect. It's like, it gives you a break to kind of like, okay, Say less. He kind of giving me a break. He gave me like 5 tunes or whatever, fam. Now this is the part where you're kind of just vibing them thing and then get back into the flow of the album, blood. You know what I mean? That's why I rated this track. But you need tracks like this to break up an album, fam, to keep people intrigued and them thing there, fam. You know what I'm saying? Give people different vibes, and it did what it was supposed to do tenfold, fam. And that's why it's on here, fam. It did an absolute miraculous job with the album. You know what I'm saying? And as I said, watch out for the top 5. That's gonna come. The top 5 coming very soon. Already, you definitely got a job for this person right here, because I've said it, Podwalks has said it, Nita the VI said it, Dan and Kaz has said it. There's been bare reactors that have been reacting to the tunes and saying the music scene has been dry over the past month. Yeah, this is where like the scene has kind of been taken back up again. Basically, during May, bruv, this is where the scene has really been taken back up. You know what I'm saying? All of these mad artists dropping, blood, the head hunchos of each sound, all the pioneers of each sound of the drill scene, you know what I'm saying? The trap wave scene, blood, the rap scene, all of these man are dropping, fam. Things are spicing back up again. But at the start of the year, it's like, I don't know, the scene wasn't really saying, he was just looking hella dry and dusty out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but where the OGs at, blood? Where the Dangagans at, blood? You might need to like come cause a ruckus so these YGs and them thing there can get up to par, fam. You know what I mean? And this person did exactly that, people, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he basically started the resurgence of the scene and this is where everyone started to get serious, but all I'm saying is when he dropped this, fam, no one's dropped any dead thing since, fam. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You might make your decision, blood, but all I'm saying is when this guy dropped right here, shit started to heat back up tenfold, fam.
Turn on, I tell people stop the violence. Came in the scene beefing. We started off bringing waps to the label meetings. Freestyle at the Snoochie show with a tray 8 tucked to my tracksuit way back then it was the least. Only God knows why I'm here. Maybe all the fans want to see street shit.
One thing you man gotta go do is definitely go and watch this video right here. That's one thing you man gotta go do is go watch this video, because it's like, you know, you're one of the best, you know what you're capable of, you haven't been back or dropped anything in so long, but now you're back, you already know what you're gonna do, fam. So in the video, Headie one barely smiles, fam, you know what I'm saying? And when it does, it's a special moment, fam. But in here, bruv, man was grimacing the hell out of this video right here, because you already knew what was gonna happen, man. You already knew what was gonna happen, fam. This guy was out here cheesing the whole video, man them out, blood, hella exotic whips, bruv. Like, bruv, the video was just good vibes, fam. It's like he has arrived finally, man. Someone needed to come and like just wake these man up, and Headie one did that perfectly, fam. You know what I'm saying? So shout out his thing, blood. Listen to some more of this track, fam. It's a vibe, man. That's one thing Headie one always creates, is immaculate vibes, fam. And this one definitely was immaculate vibes, fam.
Street shit. Bro can't catch him up and pull it on the net. I'll slap him and tell him delete it. Got him right to the game, no prenup, so I gotta bro them when they need it. I've been Dubai, bro, trying to tell me about works, can't even take in the scenery. Believe me.
Listen, I don't know who the hell made that, but did you see the diamonds? Did you see the water? You know, did you see that? With the wood and then the roses on it? Listen, man, I'm out here getting bread, man. Can't even lie to you, fam. Like I said, man, this track right here was just to make people wake back up again, fam. You know what I'm saying? You see man driving in the road with all the man them, blood, 15 convoy of exotic whips, blood, you know what I'm saying, blood, full of black excellence, blood. Even the bars I was dropping, we were the ones that started to bring waps to the label meetings, fam. He's telling you the originator. You know what I'm saying? And this is him on cruise control. It's just an announcing thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? 50-car convoy. Let me just remind these man that I started certain things in them thing there, fam. Why I am where I am, blood, and why I am who I am, blood. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was, fam. And then all the good music just started to trickle back in, fam. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Headie one for this, fam. You know what I'm saying? I at the start I said I'm not gonna blame him for the resurgence of the scene and why it is where it is right now in such a good place, or starting to pick back up again, fam. I'm gonna say it's his fault, fam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out his thing, bro. Man got abracadabra to come back. Listen, that's what do you call it? June anyway, fam. You know what I'm saying? That cadabra freestyle though. Check out my reaction, fam. Into the next. There's certain man in this music thing, yeah. There's certain man in this music thing that when they drop, you listen in, fam. It doesn't matter if they're on social media doing all these mad antics, blood. They could be away for 5 years. When they come and drop their thing, you listen in, fam. It's different on these sides. No man like chipping and they building, blood. Listen, I even said in that reaction, blood, that day, yeah, when I reacted to that plugged in, there was 2 plugged-ins that I was gonna react to, sorry. And for some reason I said to myself, yo, check the page just in case you need to react to something else. I click on the page and I see Chip dropped, blood. It's like no one mentioned this, fam. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear Chip say anything. I didn't hear Fume say anything, blood. It just came out of nowhere, blood. I was so gassed when I saw this. I stopped everything else that I was doing, went straight to that reaction, fam. You know what I'm saying? And bruv, in my reaction, you can tell, blood, I rate Chip so highly, blood. His reaction or my reaction to his song 10 Commandments, the Storms did this one, it was one of my favorite reactions of mine of all time, blood. You know what I mean? I literally got it saved in my GOAT Vids playlist, you know what I mean? But he's too cold with it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Too cold with it. When it's all said and done in this UK thing, he's even right now, blood, he's definitely in my top 10. I can't even lie to you, he's definitely in my top 10, blood. The amount of lanes, it's like, because the resurgence of the grime scene and because of how many different things you had to be good at in the grime scene, it's like it just built these man to be animals, blood. Like in any setting, these man can make you a hit. Like, and when I say it's not just like they're dying off, like I'm talking about Chip, Skepta, Frisco, JME, like DWE, Gigs, like bro, these men are capable of doing anything. That can step into the diss track world, the clashing world, murder you, class you, hit world, blood, mainstream, murder you, class you, blood. Like they're so good at so many different things, blood. The pain tunes, blood, taking it back to the grime thing, dipping into different genres, blood, international collabs. Like it's like it made them be capable of so many things. Like artists aren't capable of a multitude of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like artists of nowadays is what they're not capable of multiple different things. You tell them to go do a freestyle, they can't do a freestyle, but you tell them to go make a hit and them thing, they can do it and them thing there because they're in the studio, you know what I'm saying, able to perfect it all of these times. But when you tell them to perform face to face, it's a completely different thing. I'm telling you, old school artists are a different breed, man. They're capable of so much. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm talking too much, Dublin. Listen to what he dropped and we'll go into the next one.
Step to the dance and the man them smell like weed, but they still gotta let we in. When he sees us, it's stress for him. Shit, I used to be blessed with him. Like fuck all that old school shit, it's a new school tip. What's good, my nigga? You know I'm always on my guard, on my own with the entourage. You know Chip must be over hard if man want me drop dead over bars. I'm old school like over Mars, I offload this cannon straight blow your clock. Favorite saying, it is what it is. I'm with Tottenham niggas calling me. You don't want no problems with me.
The guy's too cold, man. The guy's too cold. The guy's too cold. The guy's too cold, fam. You know what I'm saying? His beat selection is absolutely ridiculous. You might already know. I even said it in my reaction, fam, that when you go onto a plugged in, fam, it's normally a drilly thing, fam. Even when Skepta went on there, it was still Skepta, but it was more so kind of like drilly. This was just fully Chip, blood. When an artist like Chip, when an artist like Skepta come into this thing, fam, it don't matter what you think, what you want to say, fam. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he wants, you give it to him, blood. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it kind of was in this situation right here, blood. Normally it's a drilly kind of beat, but this beat right here, fully Chippy, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Don't miss me with the rappers that never clash, rapping at rappers. In my hood, I'm good with the trappers. In my hood, I'm good with the bangers, but stay in my lane. The rules a number away. There ain't no climbing frames when I
is a number away.
When I go ape, still got the monkiest ways. I swing on this rope, tie your neck, then grab the other. Trust me, hang man for days. I hang man in ways. Sometimes I feel like I'm cursed and I run out of letters or words, cause they don't always feel like a blessing when niggas are aiming my bars at themselves like they don't know.
You see that, bruv? He's been sending, bruv. He want, bruv. I don't think you man understand. I don't think, like, you know when like you want to fight someone, yeah, and you say, hey, yo, let's fight, and like you leave him alone, blood, and it's like, okay, you know what, blood, they don't want to fight, blood, allow them, blood, they're not on it, basically, fam. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to smoke, they don't want to try, you know what I'm saying, get into this right here, because they don't want it. Say, calm, I leave you alone. Chip ain't on that. Chip, every single day he sees the guy, he's like, yo, what, fade, yo, you trying to go hand out biz around the cut, like, yo, what? You know what I'm saying? He's constantly pestering the thing, fam. Every single song he drops, he says something about Storm or Dave, bro. You know what I'm saying? He says something about Storm. He says something about Stormzy or Dave, fam. Or both. You know what I'm saying? It's like he wants that smoke, bro. He wants that smoke, fam. You know the man that just live for violence. That's Chip, blood. He lives for musical violence. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the next one, though, man. Let's get into the next one. Ah, my days, man. Now, the last track these guys dropped together, it was good. It was good, but it definitely wasn't something that I was looking out for or went back to in terms of replay value. It was good, 1000%, because both of these artists are capable of a lot, fam. You know what I'm saying? And the linkage in terms of them, they bring something completely different to the table. So when they link up, it was always going to be brazy, bro. But the first time they dropped the track, I was like, yeah, this is calm, blood. You know what I'm saying? I knew they were capable of this. But this track right here that I'm about to play, bruv, is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely, I'm not even gonna say anything because it's gonna ruin the surprise, blood. Just listen,
got a question to ask myself. Should I take it off or not?
Are you dumb and you forgot? I think this guy's lost the plot. Stick to the plan, can't you see how far we got? Just remember that I told you don't take that mask off.
If you say that, then I'll keep it on until my heart stops.
First of all, when we're talking about the concept of this drop, me and my conscience, blood. Me and my conscience, you already know Huncho kind of has a persona, blood, with the mask and them thing there. Of all people he could have what's the name? He could have recruited to be his conscience. He chose man like Payper, blood. Are you dumb, blood? The concept of the track was absolutely cold. Payper was basically his persona, you know, like Beyonce. You have Beyonce, then you have a personal her alter ego, Sasha Fierce and them thing there when she get on stage. Same exact thing. Concept absolutely dumb. I'm like, okay, they're kind of talking to each other. This is absolutely cold. But when the beat dropped, the beat didn't even really drop. It's like more layers of the song came in, and the percussion, like I said earlier, in terms of the percussion and how it advanced in this album, blood, was absolutely ridiculous. Listen, shout out to Audible Production 10,000 times, fam. You man were absolutely crazy on this, blood. You know what I'm saying? Well, just listen. Wait till the layers kick in.
And I guess I'll be a trap star, rap star, fuck a heart throb. Money dance on the art box.
Brioni suits in the closet with the mob ties. Should I leave the mask behind and settle for the mob life? Money over bitches, guns and drugs and the wrong guys. And I'm always in the wrong place at the wrong time. The money has been good, but the money could be bad. If I woke up in the trizzy with a brizzy, it'll be better. I can make times 5 if I leave the mask forever.
Back in primary school, blood, I low-key used to do the drums. Had my little drumsticks and them thing there. Never really advanced because it wasn't really an instrument. I want to learn the piano before I'm 30. But the drums never really, you know what I'm saying? But just the way the instrumentation in that beat was absolutely ridiculous. Even when the drums weren't even doing anything, I'm still seeing myself, blood, under the spotlight going crazy, blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, the percussion in this album was dumb. And that's what I'm saying. Something always elevates. I don't know what the next album's gonna be, blood, but I don't know how he's gonna top it, fam. Because every single time there's an elevation. Obviously, Huncho's far from hitting his ceiling, blood. Far from hitting his ceiling, blood. You know what I'm saying? Far from hitting his ceiling. But I just don't know how he's gonna. Obviously, he literally just dropped the oven. I'm out here thinking about the next album. But this one, like the instrumentation, bro, it was so cold. The concept, me and my conscience and them thing there. Him, I'm having a conversation with himself, but using Payper in, like, bruv, like in every single depth what the song means, blood, how the song actually sounds from, in terms of how the artist performs, no matter what area of the song you want to touch, blood, they're delivered tenfold. Okay. Listen to a little bit more. This one's actually kind of a more faster video, blood, you know what I'm saying? But listen to a little more, we'll go into the next one, fam. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're enjoying yourself as well, man. That's gas right now, that, blood. I got 3 more videos I need to film kind of like this as well, blood, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're enjoying the content.
But I wanna laugh one day, I wanna go on walks with my kids and my wife one day. I don't need everybody in my personal space, cause I ain't nothing like these rappers, I'll catch me a case. Don't know how you can throw it back in my face, roll it up and take that to the brain.
Ridiculous track. Man. Hey, he's done it, people. A little 3 for 3, fam. I can't remember if it was the last one where I had a 2 for 2. Our artist appeared on the top 10 favorite tracks of the month 2 times. Well, this artist just appeared 3 times. We got a little back-to-back. Huncho is back, people. I can't even keep this one a secret, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to build up the anticipation, blood, because it is what it is. Too good, man. He's too good. Now, I think you man already know which track this is gonna be, fam. Some of you might have forgot that he even dropped this and them thing there, because he dropped this and then the album, blood. But this one right here, it's like he brought the whole scene to a standstill. Like I said with the Headie one thing, when certain, like Headie Huncho. This is, I was gonna say Head Huncho. That's why I said Headie Huncho. Headie one is one of the head hunchos of the Joe scene. Man like Huncho is one of the head hunchos of the what do you call it? Trap wave scene. But I think that's brazy. Head Huncho, Huncho, Head Huncho. That's brazy, blood. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Headie one is one of the head hunchos of the Joe scene. Huncho is one of the head hunchos of the trap wave scene. This is what I was saying when the big dogs were coming out to play of certain genres to basically tell people, you know what I'm saying? You might need to wear the F up basically and start putting in this work, fam. So when these 2 guys returned, it was like, okay, shit's about to get real intense right now, blood. You know what I mean? So this right here is what signified Huncho's return, fam. He was like, yo, you man, yeah, because we needed this. When Huncho dropped this, we needed it. When Headie one dropped, we needed it, blood. You know what I mean? This one right here, it was a big moment. Every reactor, everyone was like, this guy's absolutely ridiculous, artistry cold, fam. And he is, man. He is too cold, blood. And this is why this one's in here, blood. You know what I mean?
Ask about me, man, I'm really out here locally. I don't like human beings, I'm still out here socially. Brother, please. Overall, we pull up with two straps.
The swag is so cold that he didn't even need to say anything. The swag is so cold, he didn't even need to say anything, fam. Oh my, and that just hit 10 times harder. I feel poor already.
Overall, we pull up with two straps, let's call it dungaree. You man ain't no trappers, you're just lazy, you can't run with me. Baby, your man's boring, I'm here touring, come have fun with me. I mean, come have fun with us. Only thing I need is trust, only thing I need is skills. I ain't into telling tales, I ain't into selling fibs. I ain't serving sedatives, straight drop with no fentanyl. Way before the record deal, way before the MAB. Knees going MAD, police on a fucking case, saying that we MET. I know that they stop me only cause I am a POC. Two on me like PAC, smoking MJ Billie Jean, remember me. Make sure when you give your praises you remember.
Like sometimes you just gotta remind, man, because people like to put you in a bag, blood. The thing is, certain artists are so good at a certain thing that it's like, okay, this guy is only good at that. It's not because now he's only good at that, it's because he does it at such a high level that people just box him into that one thing. Right there, he reminded you he's a bars man as well, blood.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
I ain't even really gotta say too much on this one, bro, because my past self said it, fam. Like I said, the reaction is going to be in the description as well, fam. The fact that this guy created his own sound, fam, has been different from the rest ever since. Been pioneering a sound in them thing, they're moving it to new heights. And then the guy's got bars as well, blood. Like, bruv, people need to realize how versatile UK artists really are, bruv, because it's fucking ridiculous, man. My language, blood, but I don't care, man. There was two parts as well. There was two parts. So this is the second part.
Cosign, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Should I fly to Milan or go Greece for a ton? Lines in my hands at the palm of my hand. Before the boxes I was wearing jacket.
This is that Huncho, no man. This is that Huncho, no man. This is that. And I'll always say it, blood. The singing thing, that is the greatest sound in music, blood. That is the greatest sound in music. That's superior to everything. But you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the singing thing, the melodic thing, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how you're rapping, the singing thing is always going to be superior, blood. But it also shows how versatile his sound is, because he's able to take a sound on this kind of beat and transfer it over to something completely different. It still sounds good over there, but then when he matches it back up with his actual sound, blood, it sounds even brazier, blood. Come on now, fam. Transferability, blood. 10-10.
Should I fly to Milan or go Greece for a ton? Lines in my hands at the palm of my hand. Before the boxes I was throwing jabs, then I went into rapping.
One time. Listen to that. I didn't think the bass was gonna kick in so early, blood. Instantaneous as soon as he started rapping.
Should I fly to Milan or go Greece for a ton? Lines in my hands at the palm of my hand. Before the boxes I was throwing jabs, then I went into rapping, got paid off a hook.
Yeah, it's actually brazy when I look at my past self. I've been explaining things so well, blood. I don't even need to do it here, blood. You know where I was breaking that down, fam. I'm proud of myself in that, blood. You know what I'm saying, fam? I can't lie to you, I cut it off at one of the coldest parts of this thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the flow right here.
Call on my bro, he's an excellent cook. If we didn't sell drugs, then we would have been crooks. Widows still asking me, how do I look? I see more numbers than telephone books. Static, I keep the mash in the jacket. All these carrots like I'm feeding rabbits. Counting money just turned to a habit. Money counts me high from the oboe. I don't blame the world for my sorrows.
That was one of the coldest flows in that part. Now I need to show you the beat, blood, because I think Pete and Baz do this as well, fam. You know what I'm saying? There's like a certain type of, I don't know if it's the drums, the 808s, that the 808 pattern, a drum pattern that they use or whatever. But I just love these kind of like patterns inside music and them thing there, blood. So first, listen to this.
Oh, that motor, the Peugeot with the dented doors. Now I'm chauffeured, only driving a golfing course.
Carb on the kitchen can, up header, dropped in the pot, got spun the ends on the wheel of the beamer. 2 blocks in when an up got clock rolls home when it boys in the fair gets mental. Should have been paid by Benson.
Relax, man. I'm telling you right now, bro. Relax, fam. Man probably has the asthma pump right there, bro, when he does that flow, bro. You get me, fam. Old age and that. Man has to get the oxygen tank and that.
Carb on the kitchen can, up powder, dropped in the pot, got spun out hands on the wheel of the fame. Carb on the kitchen can, up powder, dropped in the pot, got spun out hands on the wheel of the fame. 2 blocks in, winning up, got clock rolls, come when it boys in the faggots, mental, should have been Payper, pants on an edge. Try taking the food from my plate.
And then Huncho and the way he incorporated it into his thing, listen to this.
Let me give you a tip, hello. When to kickstart the gunner, hello. Being promised tomorrow. If I'm bagging the key, keep it thorough. I'm the king like.
Making the barrel dim now. Space blood for Duppy. Oh, the one for Duppy going absolutely crazy, blood. Yo, Hunch. This guy's top 5 in the UK, man. I'm not hearing it. Man. No one can do what this guy does, man. No, one more time. No one can do what this guy does right. He is one of the best in the world, fam.
Okay.
For a fact, fam. You just listen to what I fucking heard, fam. Oh my days, bro. He's one of the best in the world.
I've been trying to build myself back up so I can never fall. This one for the bitches who I fucked and I did never call. Fully on my egg like this whip, I can never stall. Cali pack, loaded in the swisher, nigga, here we go.
I'm not gonna show you, man, the video because it's gonna get blocked, but I'm just gonna show you, man, the scenery. First of all, the track is called Dimensions of Waterfalls, and then in the picture that I just showed you, you're literally seeing the what do you call it, the smoke and them thing there, fam. You're not saying the majesticness. You also see the image in the background as well. Like, everything complemented this track so much, like everything it was saying, and specifically the way he was flowing and the scenery matching so perfectly. It's ridiculous because people like Nave Smalls, M100, their flow is literally like water. It's like a whole flow of just a waterfall and them thing there, blood. So the scenery and his voice, blood, you know what I'm saying, and the way he was flowing and the way he was navigating the track all matched so perfectly, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, the track was ridiculous, bro. And that's what made me say this guy's one of the best in the world, fam. Because this is someone that, you see, like, if you literally saw the video, or even you can hear it through his voice, but he ain't doing too much in terms of, he's not like trying to act like someone else or try to do a certain style that he's not capable of. This is just him, bro. This is just him. This is just him just delivering music on a different kind of level that not everyone can produce. So if you can basically listen to that and then tell me that just because a brother over on the other side of the world or in the US has 20 million views, and the guy that has 20 million views is better than this guy right here just because of the stats and them thing there, but you're an idiot to me, bro. This literally has 140,000 views, bro. Like, you know how much more attention this song deserves? I always said, like, Nave Smalls is underappreciated, but you can't tell me that just because a man has stats, blood, is better than a man that can go into a studio and create this, fam. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it, fam. I'm not hearing it, blood. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna leave it there, fam. I'm gonna let you, man, listen to a bit more because this track was absolutely ridiculous, fam. Couldn't make me cry. I can't even lie to you.
Boy, go so wavy, lost my mojo lately. If I post my shorty, have my old hoe shady. Chase this money, I don't care who rate me. I've been locked in this music, hope that snare gon' save me, yeah. Locked in the music, hope the snare gon' save me, yeah.
Okay. The guy's absolutely cold, man. Absolutely cold, man. When people are creating stuff like that, you can't chat to me about statistics and all the thing there, fam. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the next track. We got track number 1. People, fam. You know what I'm saying? Now, in terms of artistry, this definitely isn't the best track on here. In terms of artistry, this isn't the best track on here, and you were probably wondering, like, why would he put it in here? It's technically not, musically not the best track, but in terms of replayability, blood, I've played this track so many times, it's actually ridiculous, bruv. Like, first of all, let me just introduce the track, fam, you know what I'm saying, so I can really get in depth of how this track's been affecting my life.
You see, as a bad girl, face me to your gym. You know, if you ask Mr. Breen for me, see me walk in. It's a bad girl regime. The way me at the girl got steam on my badness, a real life something man, I hold it by your screen. Taliban back in at the scene, I'm a new flow mean. One stocky, I never trade, tell a bitch so she figure what I said. As a bad girl, me play for 2 team. Make cocky beef up and me make pussy cream. And a man
Listen, blood. You already know when you go over to Jay and them kind of sides, bruv, the explicit thing is already gonna be in there. But this is what I gotta try and make you guys understand, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's because when I go onto Spotify and I type in Stalk Ashley, yeah. Stalk Ashley, her catalogue isn't that big. Her catalogue isn't that big at all, fam. You know what I'm saying? The catalogue's definitely not big. And she's not been around for too long. I found her through this track right here called Incognito with Alkaline. Alkaline is pretty, I rate that guy so highly. He's probably my #1 artist in Jamaica. I can't even lie to you, bro. Like he came out when I was still in Gambia and them thing there. And I've literally been following him till now, bro. So I've seen him from the start of his career all the way until now, fam. The guy, yeah, different from what I was saying. But this is the song that I found her through, you know what I'm saying? And this is what she normally does, blood. What song could I play to basically? Okay, this one right here.
Endless emotions and sweet devotion.
She's a singer and she sings well, blood. She sings very well. So for me to constantly hear on tracks where she's singing, constantly doing a pretty girl thing and them thing there, fam, you know what I'm saying, chatting about relationships, you know what I'm saying, you know, that kind of vibe, that kind of like dancehall, Jamaican R&B type of music, fam. When I'm hearing her singing, I'm like, okay, this is cold. Then as a bad girl comes out and she's out here like dropping bars, bro.
Make cocky people but me make pussy cream. And a Montana if you know what I mean. Neck full of bling, sex full of sin. Listen. Bad never beat a girl one time. Only body bad in a shape and bad mind. Bone a bustin' in your face, landmine. Better watch your step.
When I'm hearing her drop bars and fully rap, I'm like, she is cold, blood. Once again, blood, my people showing me that they're multifaceted, can do multiple things, fam. You know what I'm saying? And this is basically what I do with this track. I will be listening to the track, get to 25%, reload it. Go all the way to halfway, reload it again, blood. Go all the way near to the end, that's literally how I listen to this track, blood. I literally reload it again and again, and it's like I don't let it end, bruv, because it's that cold. It's like short, but in terms of the way she delivered up the shock factor, the way she delivered the bars and them thing there, the things that she was saying, fam, she keeps you entertained. And it's like you just don't want the track to end, fam, so you reload it again and again and again and again and again, fam. Shout out Stalk Ashley 10,000 times. Okay. You know what I mean? And that's why that track is in there, because in terms of replayability and which track I've played the most throughout this past month and them thing there, it's been that one right there, 1000% without a doubt, fam. You know what I'm saying? So shout out her thing 10,000 times, fam, because yeah, she surprised me with that one there. When you just expecting like someone to be singing all of them things there, and then they come on that kind of vibe, like just rapping the bars, but and you know your first landmark, like bruv, you know what I'm saying, blood. Anyway, listen to a little more. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, for hour.
If you see me with a girl, you know she at the Taliban, and I feel ask somebody for that. If you know me at the baddest bitch with the maddest whip, series of 6 and you full of bad bitch, you see as a bad girl.
Now shout out Stalk, actually, I get shout out Stalk Ashley 10,000 times, fam. She's absolutely cold with it, fam. You know what I'm saying? One of the most beautiful looking women in the scene as well, fam. You know what I'm saying? I've got to say that, fam. You know what I'm saying? And I think she passes through UK as well. She's tapped in with this side of the scene as well. You know what I mean? Accent is brazy as well, fam. She's got like Jamaica and then like Europe kind of blood is brazy. But hopefully man enjoyed though, fam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Stalk Ashley, blood. Shout out man like Payper, Huncho, blood. Shout out Nave Smalls, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Aitch, bruv. Shout out Headie, blood. Shout out everyone that I just put in this video, blood, because this is the month where everything's been like just picking back up again, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as I said, the pioneers of certain genres came true and people are starting to wake up again, blood. I haven't heard like pretty much like a bad tune. Like every single time I'm reacting to videos, I'm enjoying myself. Like I said, Abracadabra just dropped and them thing there. You got the Josie dropping hella disrespectful tunes and them thing there. Got people hyped, blood, in Shock Factor as well. Like the scene's in a good place right now, fam. You know what I'm saying? I like to see it. Hopefully it don't slow down as well. Hopefully it can just be a this thing, not a this thing throughout the year. Just, you know what I mean? But hopefully you man enjoyed. It's been your boy Njies, man like Njies, and I'm out here, fam. I'm gone. Hopefully you man enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel as well, fam. You know what I'm saying? I know you want.
After bar, I'm too persistent. Whipping comment, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But for bar with me, that's a body bag. Your mans want smoke, then he leaves with a toe tag. Whole squad hit with a double mag Glock. Got left to the street and the body's getting chucked. Bullets with names and your shit's getting popped. Better be with me and the bag's getting cocked. Still gotta chase the bag, humble. Ain't got a brag in a league on my own and my stats getting flagged. Hit me for the feet, got verses in stats. Come through like the queen, gotta pay that tax. Premium sir.